This video will cover the 5th page in the 6.3c lesson, area of a circle, which is one problem that involves a target. An archery target consists of 5 concentric circles, meaning all the circles share the same center. Points for each region on the target are indicated. So this is a 9-point region. The radius of the bullseye is 4.5 inches, and each ring surrounding it is 4.625 inches wide. Round to the nearest hundredth. What is the area of the bullseye? Okay, so it tells me actually that the radius for the bullseye is 4.5 inches. So I'll plug that in to the area formula for a circle, and we will get that the area, rounding to the nearest hundredth, 4.5 times itself times pi is 63.62 inches squared. B, what is the area of the 7-point region? Okay, so we know that this piece here is 4.625. And so then that would make the radius of this whole circle, starting at the center of the target all the way out to where the 7-point region ends, would be the sum of these. So 4.5 plus 4.625, 9.125. Okay, so we're going to find the area then, essentially, of this whole, these whole two kind of circles together, including the dark bullseye region. And so we get round to the nearest hundredth, 261 and 59 hundredths. But it only wants the 7-point region, which does not actually include the bullseye. So we're going to take the answer that we got in A. We're going to do 261.59 minus 63.62. And so our final answer for question B is 197.97. And then we want to find the area of the entire target. So each time that we're moving out, we're going to be adding 4.625 for each ring except for the bullseye. So on B, we already added 4.625. We're going to add a second for the 5, a third for the 3-point region, and a fourth for the 1-point region. So in this problem, we're going to be doing area equals pi r squared again. And so we need to figure out what is 4.625 times the 4 rings plus the bullseye. And that gives us that the radius is 25. That for the whole target, the radius, is 23. 23. Okay. And so that would mean that the area of the entire target is 23 squared, or 23 times itself, times pi, rounded to the nearest hundredth, is 1,000 661 and 90 hundredths inches squared. Let's go to D. In the questions that follow, I will not answer all of these, but I will answer some of them. The probability of hitting the bullseye on a random shot that hits the target is the probability of the bullseye equals the area of the bullseye over the area of the entire target. So we have essentially part over whole. Calculate the probability of hitting the bullseye. Express your answer as a percent. This gives the percentage of the time in which a shot that hits the target at random will be expected to hit the bullseye. Okay, so the probability of the bullseye the area of the bullseye was 63.62. The area of the entire thing was 1,661 and 90 hundredths. And we're going to write this as a percent, and we are also going to round it to the nearest hundredth. So when we get our percent, we might have something that looks like this. It might actually have 4 digits to it, depending on whether the whole number part of the percent is 1 or 2 digits. Okay, so we've got 63.62 divided by 1,661.9, and we're going to move our decimal point 2 places to the right to convert this decimal into a percent. So we're going to have 3.83. Okay, and that's what I was referring to here, was that I'm looking for 2 decimal places after I've converted it into a percent. Let's look at another one. Let's look at what's the probability for the 7-point region. And so we'll go back up to the top and we will look at what was the area for the 7-point region. It was 197.97 divided by the entire area move the decimal point 2 places to the right, and in doing so I will need 2 more decimal places, and I'll be looking at this 2 to decide whether I round up or keep it as is. I'm going to keep it as is, so my percent would be 11.91%. And so for the questions that follow, you would be doing a similar thing. However, you might need to find, it appears, the area of the 5-point, 3-point, and 1-point region, because up at the top we actually did not find those. We only found the area of the bullseye, the 7-point region, and the entire target.